Hello friends and strangers, welcome back to Pam Shenanigans, and I'm here to talk about how I annotate my books. I've gotten this comments asking me how I annotate my books, and today I'm going to show you my sticky notes, sticky flags collection, how I use them to annotate my books, and I'm gonna show you the things that I bought and use depending on the book and depending on my mood. So I'm gonna show you the things that I have, and I keep them in this bag and in this box. So first, the most important for me are the sticky flags. Sticky flags are pretty common for those who annotate their books, and sticky flags look like this. So they come in different colors. They also come in different versions. So there's this 5-color version, and there's also, I may or may not have a problem when it comes to sticky tabs. I always feel like I'm gonna run out of sticky tabs whenever I read something, and that's relatable because it also depends on the book that you're reading, which I will get into later. So there's this ordinary ones. There's a version where it's the same colors. It's the same colors, but the other one is an arrow sticky flag. There's another version that has the same colors, but this part is,
what do you call it? What do you call that word where it's like light passes through but not completely?
Fuck, it's science, bitch. How could I forget? Whatever is that term, editing Pam, it's up to you to add that word, but it's kind of see-through. It's see-through, so that if you put a tab on the book and it hits a line, you can still see exactly what that lines are. But yeah, so I have these. I may have a problem because I still bought a lot of this. And another version is this one. So for this one, it's the same colors. Again, it's the same set of colors, so 5 colors. But the thing is, it's in this thing where you pull on one tab, and when you pull this, it's gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna show. So if I pull this, see? So it's like easy access when you're like trying to tab a book. Another version is this small ones. They're all the same colors again, 5 colors, but the thing is, it's really thin, so you get a lot of pages, get a lot of pieces or pages for each color. I think there's 20 per color or per set. It's very thin, and I used this for really long books like Way of Kings, or those that have like more than 800 pages. Okay, so before we move on, I get my sticky flags from Shopee, and I'm assuming that if you're not a Filipino annotator of books, you can get this on Amazon as well, because they're pretty common. Like, I feel like if you go to your local bookstore, they also have these. I will link in the description box below where I bought this on Shopee. Another set of sticky notes. I want to say they're sticky notes, they're not exactly flags. They look like this. So what happens is, if you get one, the sticky part is in the middle and you can write on it. So the thing is, the application of how I use this will come after I speak, after you see my face. So I'm just showing you the things that I have right now. So I don't know what exactly they are called. Let me check the label. It's called sticky note as well. I bought this from National Bookstore, and it costs 30 pesos per pack. I have green, purple, and blue. So again, I'm gonna show you later, but the thing is, my only qualm with this one is that depending on the pen that you use, it might smudge. So with me, the pen that I use, I always have it on this bag. Yeah, so it's a gel pen, I think. Yeah, it's a gel pen, and when I write on it, like for example, like a trigger warning, and I have a lot to write, it smudges, so the ink goes to my knuckles or like my finger. When you're done with that page, wherever you put this sticky note, it kind of smudges the page itself, but it's pretty helpful if you want a certain segment of a book and you want to like encircle or something. It's basically for people who don't want to write on their books but want the semblance of a feeling of writing on your book, so you use this. I use some sticky notes as well, like this or a very small one. So sometimes I use this on the pages of the book itself. If I'm not in the mood to use this one, I use this one, especially if it's just a very short note. I use this one on the front page of the book. This one, again, same purpose. If I want to write very short notes, I will use this. And again, if I want to write longer versions, I have this one that comes in different colors. So this one I think I got from Shopee, like not even more than 50 pesos. So yeah, I'm gonna link where I got this on the description below. And I also have the basic bitch post-it notes. So like the sticky notepads, I also have these. I also have this very cute, it looks pretty old. It looks pretty beat up, but I have this called Finger It. It's literally the name of the product, the Finger It sticky notes, sticky tabs. So yeah, they come in like different expressions, and that's what I like about it. Like if you have a wide range of emotions to use on your book. So yeah, I think someone gifted this to me, or I bought it from Daiso, I think. It's a very fun thing to use, but the thing is, it doesn't stick well, so there's that. I also have these from Shopee. So it looks like a blush, palette, but it's not. So this I also use for longer notes on my book. Comes in a different color. I also have these two for like semi-long, semi-short notes. I use them I use them mostly on the pages of the books, as in like as I read, so I use them. This one, the grid lines for the front of the book. Like if there are general notes that I want to put there are trigger warnings, representation, I put that here. I also use this cat sticky note. Sometimes it's quite small. If I want to show you this, so it's quite small. Like, it's not something that you're gonna use if you want to write down something. So it's just, it works like the sticky tabs that I showed in the very beginning. I have this Band-Aid memo as well. It's just really cute to look at. Yeah, it comes in 3 sizes, so the really small ones, medium size, and the big one. I have my Boku no Hero OTP sticky notes here. I think it's Bakugo. Yeah. Here. So cute. I got this from a convention when I got this from when I went to a Yuri on Ice convention. I miss going to conventions. Wow. I miss buying postcards, stickers, and things like this. I think the kid wants chocolate. What else? I think that's it. That's mostly it. So I'm gonna let you guys go and watch how I annotate my books, as in like application, application wise, so you won't have to see my face again. Let's go! So, starting with the front cover of the book, usually this is where I input my general thoughts or feelings about the book while I'm reading it. So this way, when I write the reviews, it's easier for me to keep track of my feelings and my thoughts. So usually I write down how the writing is amazing or how it's not, the trigger warnings and the content warnings as well. So you'll see that here I'm taking note of those, and I use the common sticky note pad. I have the colored ones and the ones with the grid lines. I hope you can see what I'm writing though. I think this is as zoomed as I could be. So yeah, this part I'm writing the trigger and content warnings for the book, and while I'm not saying that all my thoughts are written in the front page of the book, but mostly these are, there's a car outside. Anyway, so I'm not saying that this is the only correct way of taking notes of your trigger warnings, but it does help me to keep track of what I've written for the rest of the pages. So sort of a summary. So this part I'm showing you how an annotated book looks for some books, and they vary according to like the genre of the book, how long it is, depending on my mood as well. So for this one, I'm gonna show you how I use the sticky flags, so the different types. So there's the ordinary rectangular one. There's also the very thin ones. I'm just showing you how I use it here, but usually I reserve this for books that have really small fonts or books that are long as fuck. That's my dog trying to scratch his ear. Okay, for this one, the translucent one, you could still see the lines of the books. You could still see the line of the book when you try to put this. So no matter the color, since it's still white and translucent, you can clearly see the text. So for this one, another ordinary sticky flag like this one. So they're the most common one that you're gonna see on some stores or supply stores. The book that I'm using for this one is Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Ribai, and it's a fucking must read, so yes. So I'm gonna show you how I use that huge sticky note memo pad thing. I still am not sure how I'm gonna refer to this ones, but I have the green one and the purple one, and per pack I think there's like around 20 to 30 pieces of this one. So here's me trying to write down a trigger warning, or some trigger warnings for The Puppy You Are by R.F. Kuang. And I'm gonna show you what I was mentioning earlier about like the writing or the ink smudging when you're actually writing and when you actually close your book. See, you could already see the smudging on the green part. Yes, that's me trying to smudge it more. Okay, so again, the sticky part is the middle one, is in the white part. So that's the sticky one. And even though in this demonstration, it's not even more than 5 minutes that I've had the ink dry, but I'm just showing you that if you're a fast reader and you're turning to the other page, you could already see some smudging of the ink on the page itself, which is a red flag for me. So for this small sticky notepad, this is for things that are quite short. Also for the heart one, it depends on my mood really. Sometimes I use the heart one for the front page of the book. This one I showed you earlier, the grid lines, same shit. I use that for the front page of the book. Then I have the notepad thingy with the little flags as well as the larger or medium ones. Again, I got this from Shopee and it's quite helpful and like handy. The blush on sticky notes, I call them the blush on palette because like it looks like a palette. Yeah, these ones are just really cute. They're for medium length text or notes. Yeah, the Finger It sticky pad. I still haven't gotten used to like using the word Finger It referring to this set. But yeah, this is just a more close-up look. And the cat paws. I'm assuming they're cat. Yeah, they're cat paws. They could be dog if you want to. Speaking of dogs, that's the neighbor's dog barking again. Yes, the Bakugo and Midoriya sticky notes that I got from the convention. I've never used them because I don't want to, but I'm just showing you to flex my sticky notes. Yeah, the Band-Aid memo. Yeah, you've seen this earlier. I'm just showing you it again, just to flex again. Okay, so this is me showing you how I use the Finger It expressions and motions sticky notes. So whatever I feel about the line or the phrase that I got into the book, I use that. Here's me writing on that small ass notepad. I think I wrote, oh, Kitai, leave her alone. I don't remember the part where I want to punch Kitai for not leaving Marine alone. Okay, so for the medium length ones, I'm using the blue-green cute sticky notes. What the fuck am I writing there? Oh yeah. Is the crow an imaginary friend? Yeah, I'm referring to like the early part of Kafka on the Shore, and I think I made a mistake of like writing on the left side because I should have like turned the sticky part around so it's the one that sticks instead of like the one outside of the page. Okay, so this system I haven't religiously applied for my annotating shit, but you might want to use the different colors and as legends of like different categories that you usually use to annotate. So whether that's trigger warning, whether that's a line or a part for character development, or a quotable that you want to take note of for your review, you can use like a legend or a code, color coding for your sticky flags. So this is, I think I find this quite helpful to like when you've annotated your whole ass book with a lot of flags, and it's just easier to go back to those color coded flags and be like, oh, this is this color are the quotables or like the trigger warnings that I need to get back to. And I don't use this anymore, but I'm a clown. I used to have this notebook specifically for like literally taking down notes of my every read for the month. So I have like the rating there, the date that I've read the book, a quickie blurb, so like a very short synopsis of the book based on my own words and my thoughts. So it's quite chaotic, and I find that I'm so lazy to literally write down shit. So now I'm using Notion instead, or like I use the notes app of my phone or my tablet to just literally take down notes of my reviews. But this is something that I want to get back to when I'm no longer lazy. I hope that if you're not annotating your books yet, this would inspire you to start doing it. It really helps you with your reviews. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.